with the next part, which is Teacher of the Year. Before I do that, Major Rancourt, would you introduce the new person that we will be seeing around your hallway?
Oh, Bobby Holden, former golfing coach, been around Westside for a number of years. He'll be taking on Sergeant Hill's position for a couple of months.
Okay.
Okay.
Mr. Roberts said as a child he spent many nights at their house when his mother, when he didn't like what his mom was cooking, so he'd go down the road and go to the Holden's house. And I loved what Mr. Holden said, who I want to say he's probably in his 70s, maybe.
Yeah, a little bit, maybe a little bit more than that.
Maybe more. And when we were talking to him about this position, he said, sometimes all a kid needs is wood and water. And I think that means baptism and a spanking. I'm not sure what wood and water means, but I like it. All right, so we have 3 candidates that you're going to see, them answering the same 4 questions. Then I ask each of the candidates to give me the name of a teacher and a student that would speak on their behalf. So you're going to see that as well. Keep in mind that whoever gets Westside Teacher of the Year, Mr. Roberts has said they will not have to have a duty at all. And whoever gets District Teacher of the Year will get a brand new Toyota Highlander for a year. So I think any of the 3 candidates that you're fixing to get to know a little bit better would be excellent representatives for District Teacher of the Year. Okay? Ready? Hey, I'm here with Kathy Busby, and she's one of the 3 finalists for Westside Teacher of the Year. Kathy, I have 4 questions to ask you.
Okay.
The first one, how do you show support for our students beyond the 4 walls of your classroom?
Well, I think it's important for students who take English to understand that English goes beyond the 4 corners of the classroom. My students know that professionalism is very important, and we learn how to be professional and to use that outside of school. So I think that is the biggest focus for us.
Okay. What are you know how I love Avid.
I know.
What are your favorite Avid strategies, and how do you use it in your classroom?
Well, I like the Think, Pair, Share because we do get a chance to then talk about our ideas. I feel like the students communicate better. They learn to communicate better with each other when they use it. I also like the one-pager because I can use it to introduce a concept, and I can also use it as a follow-up after we go through something. So, and usually the artwork is really beautiful, and I love the art. So I combine the 2.
Good. What are you doing professionally and personally to positively impact student achievement at Westside?
So I think that my students understand by the time they're finished with me in a class that their future is important to me, and it should be important to them too. So I always ask students to tell me where they're going and what they're doing and to keep in touch with me. I like to go to their workplaces and see them while they're working because it really does tie into that professional aspect. And so I really enjoy seeing them in other places besides school, and I think that they feel that support.
Okay, last one.
Okay, good.
What engaging technology activities have you incorporated into any of your lessons?
So with writing, I think it's really important for students to understand how to use the same technology that they're going to use in college. And we use Turnitin very extensively in English 3. And the reason is because they're going to use Turnitin in college. And so my students hopefully will be very prepared to write essays and to go forward in their college careers. And I tell them, even if you have work first, even if you stop high school, you graduate and then you work first, you never know if you're going to end up going to college anyway. So you need those skills in order to do well in college and to be able to make more money. So they use Turnitin extensively, and we write online. We do not write on paper. And they know how to use Google Docs, and they know how to do all of that. So I feel like the technology really puts them ahead.
Okay. This is Kathy Busby, one of the finalists for Westside Teacher of the Year. Hey, I'm here with Miranda McIntosh,
And Miranda, I'd like for you to take this opportunity to tell me why you think Kathy Busby would be a great Westside Teacher of the Year.
I think Kathy Busby would make a phenomenal Teacher of the Year because she's such a hardworking individual. She's incredibly supportive. I know that through my safety year last year, I could go to her and ask her any question, and she could either shoot down my crazy ideas or support my crazy ideas. And I appreciate all that she does for me, and I know that she loves Westside, and I know that she loves her students, and she would do anything to make sure that they're successful.
Hey, I'm here with Marcus Fowler. Marcus, can you tell me why you think Kathy Busby would be a great Westside Teacher of the Year?
Yes, ma'am, I can. Walking in on the first day was easy. The positive motive you get when being in her classroom is a great one. It makes you feel like you're successful in life and you're ready to face any obstacles life can throw at you. But the mindset you get when you leave is a positive one, ready to be faced with any obstacle in life. I think that Ms. Busby is more than applicable at accepting the Teacher of the Year award.
Good. Anything else?
She's very outgoing.
Good. Thank you. I'm here with Aaron Cottingham, one of the 3 finalists for Westside Teacher of the Year. Aaron, I got 4 quick questions to ask you. First of all, how do you show support for your students beyond the 4 walls of your classroom?
Well, I think it's very important for a school strength coach to show his or her presence at athletic events. So I like to make sure that if I'm strolling by practice, I like to stand and watch all events: track and field, male, female, soccer, basketball, football. And I think it's just important that they know that their success is important to me. I also offer private training sessions to any of our athletes, male or female, outside of school hours. I've got a small group, I call it the Noah Suber group, that trains in the afternoons. And they want extra work on their movement skills or their upper lower body explosion, or just generally how to improve their overall athleticism. And now the phone is ringing off the hook now that other athletes have seen his success. It goes far and beyond our walls. In the summer, I'm with the basketball team at Presbyterian College Team Camp. I'm here 6 hours a day, Monday through Thursday, picking up kids. I've had to go into homes and wake them up, make sure they get in my car and get to school. So it goes far beyond our walls, and I'll probably spend more hours outside of the school hours than I do actually during them.
Okay. You know how much I love Avid. What's your favorite Avid strategy that you've used?
In a weight room setting, goal setting is highly important. I know that's important to Avid. I sit down with all the teams, all individual athletes. I set up individual athlete profiles, so we sit down and we look at where they want to be, and we talk about how to accomplish the goals as far as not just strength goes, but it could be improving academics, it could be improving something at home that's going on with their home life. But we test 4 times a year, and we're always constantly working to meet the goals that the kids sit down to talk about. The 30-second speech, 30-second expert we use constantly in the weight room. I'll have the kids go to their racks. They're in groups of 3. They'll watch a video of a lift. They'll read points of performance cues. Once I've given them a certain amount of time, they all come back to the group, and then they explain and demonstrate in their own words how to perform that exercise. And of course, repetition is key. We can't take notes, Cornell notes, but I always make sure when I introduce a new lift or movement or exercise, the following day, I always come back and summarize what they had learned the previous day.
Excellent. What do you do professionally or personally to positively impact student achievement at Westside High School?
Well, as a strength coach, we're blessed. We're one of the only districts or schools that actually not only have a certified teacher, but a certified strength and conditioning specialist. And what comes along with that is a lot of professional development. And I feel like as a strength coach, the day that I stop learning and stop trying to learn from others and new innovative ways to improve, enhance athleticism, then I need to find a new job. And I'm certified through the National Strength Coaches Association. I'm responsible for 60 hours a year. National Association of Speed and Explosion, I'm a specialist with them. It goes along with professional development, logging hours. A tsunami bar specialist, and also with USAW weightlifting. So all 5, including my teacher certification, I'm having to juggle and just constantly learn and see what's out there.
Okay. Last one. What engaging technology do you use to incorporate into your lessons, either using the Chromebook or the iPads?
We're one of 3 schools in the state of South Carolina that actually use a new training software platform. It's called Traineroic. It's a way for me to deliver the workouts to the athletes. It's a way for me to meet our student athletes on their level, something that they're comfortable with as far as technology goes. And not only are they able to see exactly what they're supposed to do in any given workout, but if they have any questions, there's videos, like I said before, there's performance cues. I'll designate a certain exercise or movement as a competition for the day, so that, competition breeds success, not only in the classroom, but in my realm as far as the weight room goes. So that, the students are constantly trying to compete with one another to one-up each other, and then at the end of the day, there's a leaderboard that's displayed on the front TVs that actually shows the students where they stand in their class. As far as the Chromebooks, they'll bring them in. We'll update their maxes for all their lifts. Maybe I want to show them something that we can improve, something we're not doing right with the training software, and they'll follow along with me as I display what they're looking at on the front TVs. They're able to use their Chromebooks to preview workouts. They'll use them at home to where they can complete their workout logs, look at what they completed for that day, and it actually has type of a social network feel to it as well. It's endless as far as, there's no way that we could have the success we're having right now without technology.
Okay. This is Erin Cottingham, finalist for Westside Teacher of the Year. Hello, I'm here with Coach Early. And Coach Early, could you take this opportunity to tell me why you think Erin Cottingham would be an excellent Westside Teacher of the Year?
Well, I think it's unique, first of all, for a PE teacher to be in this situation. A lot of times people don't view PE as a curriculum-based class, but Erin Cottingham is truly the hardest working teacher I've ever been around. From his preparation to his delivery to his relationships with his students, all the hours of inputting and incorporating math and other subject areas into strength and conditioning by using iPads and numbers. He's always the first one to get here, the last one to leave. He has a true passion for what he does, and that shows through in his relationships with his students and what they were able to achieve because of his knowledge and love for them.
Okay, is there anything else?
No, we're just all pulling for Coach C.
Okay, thank you. Hey, I'm here with Silas Chrysler. Silas, can you tell me why you think Coach Cottingham would be a great Westside Teacher of the Year?
Yeah, well, I was thinking, Coach C is one of the hardest workers I've ever met. He's always up here early, putting in as much work as possible for me as a student and as an athlete. He's developed me into a great young man, and as an athlete, I've become not only just a kid that can jump a little bit to a kid that can dunk on people, and I think that's one of the great stories that he's said. He's always considered me as one of his greatest achievements, which I'm really honored by because I know how hard he works. But I really think that he deserves this because he just works harder than anybody else I've ever known.
Okay, anything else?
His hard work is unmatched, and I just think that he deserves it. So.
Okay, thank you. Hey, I'm here with Tracy James, and she's one of the finalists for Westside Teacher of the Year. Tracy, I just have a few questions to ask you.
Okay.
How do you show support for your students beyond the 4 walls of your classroom?